I'm going to read a little bit. This is a page that is in Chapter 1, Part 1, the HIV virus, explaining how it gets in your body and what it does. She's explaining, Dr. Clark is explaining about benzene. She said benzene is a solvent. It is an extremely toxic solvent. We would not expect to find benzene anywhere in our environment. It is even monitored in gasoline. It is prohibited in dry cleaning fluids and rubber cement. How could it be present in your body? What is a solvent? A solvent is a substance that can dissolve grease. There are many solvents used in industries, but none dissolves grease as fast as benzene. The living body is made of greases. Fats and oils make the brain and spinal cord and nerves and the protective covering of every living cell. Different toxins accumulate in different organs. This is called organotropism. If you accidentally drink some wood alcohol, which is another solvent, it goes to your pancreas first. This organ makes your insulin and regulates your blood sugar. People with low blood sugar or chronic fatigue actually do have wood alcohol in their pancreas. How did they get it? Wood alcohol is a pollutant in carbonated beverages. Did you hear that? Soft drinks, carbonated beverages, artificial sweeteners like Sweet and Low, Equal, and in many other foods. At first your body can detoxify. This is when your body is young and strong like a child. But as you keep drinking the wood alcohol, the pancreas wears out. The wood alcohol begins to pile up there in the pancreas and actually does a lot of damage. It does a lot of harm. It weakens the pancreas. And that makes it easier for parasites to live in our pancreas. So many of us think that we just have parasites living in our intestine. No, remember the intestine has bloodstreams that move, has blood vessels, arteries, veins that move through the intestines, and that blood and all the waste and even the nutrients move out of the intestines through the bloodstream, through all organs and tissue and cells and nerves into the body. That's how worms, parasites are spread, as well as kissing and bodily fluids and sexual contact without using condoms. So it's important for us to know these things and then actually start cleaning up our body, cleaning up our environment. And going back to this Granny Smith apple again, you know, it really pisses me off that I bought an apple from the grocery store that is supposed to be natural, healthy, raw, fresh food. This is about 6 months old, as I said. Now, it feels a little bit tough. It feels a little bit rubbery, but it's still intact. If this is still solid in 6 months and I eat this, what is it going to do to my body? I'm asking you that are listening to this to please start finding out who is producing our food, who is growing it, what type of seeds they're using. Are these hybrid seeds? Are these seeds that once they plant an apple tree that the seed cannot reproduce, or the seeds from the apple cannot reproduce? Are these genetically modified foods that we're eating? I mean, they probably juice this thing up on some formaldehyde. So you can imagine when we're put in the ground and we're embalmed, that's probably why a lot of us are really not deteriorating like we used to deteriorate once they put us in the ground, because we're eating foods that are not deteriorating inside of us. I mean, this thing has been sitting, it was hot, it was summertime, and now it's cold. It's sitting there on my countertop, and it's like if you just let me just hit this thing somewhere. Just watch this. Do you see this? This thing is just like a baseball. Can you believe this shit? Girl, look at this. And look inside of there. It's not, do you see this? It's not even rotted. This thing is still intact, and there's still some juice.
And juicy.
The seeds are still intact. And it looks like there's a little fungus growing inside of it. There's a little fungus. Do you believe this?
Hot mess.
Girl, and that just makes me wonder, when we're getting foods out of the grocery store, how old are they?
Well, you had the problem with the greens, with the collards and the mold.
Yeah, but I got in their ass like that shit tonight, because I went and got a whole new bunch. And I said, partners, wait, which one of y'all work in the produce department? Look at here. Come here for a minute. You see this right here? That's what you want to give me? You want us to eat this shit? Well, ma'am, I didn't know. I said, well, you gonna know now. And I just started just taking all the collard greens and just taking them apart. I said, y'all got this shit wrapped up pretty on the outside, but then you spread it over all up in the ass of the collard green rotting out. Ass bleeding and falling all out and broke all up and shit. Y'all supposed to buy this shit here. And he said, you know what, ma'am? Just go on. Take in what, just make you a bunch. Just take them all out and put them back together again. I said, okay. And I had to do that. That's what took me so long tonight, because I got some more fresh food to do the fruit show. But I'm like, y'all can't be doing this. You know, y'all can't sell this shit to people and expect us to eat this. And you know what? I bet that's why we're having a lot of problems. Do you see this girl this time? You see them bubbles popping up out that motherfucker right there? Girl, bubbles is coming up out this thing.
Got gas.
It's frizzing like that and fizzing all up like that.
Imagine.
Girl, and it's just, it's like, what are we doing? Now I see why we have so many health problems, and our bodies are breaking down before time, and our little girls are growing big old breasts and butts, and they're 10 years old and look like they're 25, because there's no telling what we're getting in the meat. This is ridiculous.